Judy and Brat are in love for real. The married couple discusses their hopes for teaching their son True about black love, and how their lives have altered with the birth of their son last year. For the kid of Brat and Jessica Judy Harris Dupart, True is an appropriate name. It perfectly captures their love. It's genuine, hilarious, and follows its own course. And in October, despite all the odds being against them, it materialized as a healthy baby boy. In 2022, Brat, whose real name was Shanti Harris, wed Judy. When Judy's third kid was born with health issues, they agreed that Brat, who is 48 years old, would carry her wife's eggs. Many medical professionals advised against it because of the considerable danger associated with her pregnancy. True, their miracle drop, was conceived after they sought more advice from Dr. Opai Asamoah of Hope Fertility and Dr. Jackie Walters of Bravo's Married to Medicine. Being able to carry the love of my life's eggs in my belly and have the love of my life's child is an amazing process, Brat remarked in a Zoom interview. That is the best there is to it. Even though mom offers me everything, I couldn't ask for more, and I wouldn't, because then I would feel ungrateful. She is shown sitting hand in hand with her spouse at their Atlanta house on film. They each gush about their baby in turn. As kids experience their first significant life milestones with True, you can sense the happiness this moment has for them. The space they hold for one another makes the obstacles and snags appear insignificant. Brat Loves Judy, Special Delivery, a 5-part series, demonstrates the support this couple has given to one another in raising their kid. Although it broadcast in November, all BLK offers viewers access to watch every episode. As they watch their son adjust to life, they have also shared milestones of their own. Coming out was a significant event for Brat because, in her words, Judy allowed her the freedom to love wholly. Judy, on the other hand, discovered a love beyond anything she could have ever imagined. Judy grew up seeking the same type of love her parents had. It's simply great to be able to experience a Disney love story in our relationship, but it's a different version, an enhanced version of what I believed it should be, she remarked. In an interview with HuffPost, Brat and Judy discussed how they have redefined love for one another, how many people who resemble them find inspiration in them, and what they want to impart to True about black love. Brat, I tell you what, it's the nicest feeling in the world. Furthermore, he is everything. He is our little miracle. He is everything. No matter what's happening, we grin every day because of him. With a smile, everything fades. He's really a wonder. He improves everything. The nicest thing that has ever occurred to us is him. I adore it. And you remark on the show, Jessica, that since True has arrived, your relationship has evolved and you two support one another quite differently. Could you elaborate on what you mean by that and how you now present yourselves to each other differently? Judy, well, we've done everything together ever since we brought him home from the hospital. All of his diaper changes were done in unison until she had to return to work. Throughout all of his feedings, whether he was nursing off of her or breastfeeding, I was always there to help him with his hand placement, or just all the various ways she feels she needs to be able to sustain herself or that I am able to assist. Kind of the entire time, we've supported one another. Brat, he and I work together on everything. I'm holding up his leg if that's how she's washing him. Alternatively, if she is changing him, I am attempting to amuse him and get him to dance so that he won't cry in public while she is cleaning his ass because he doesn't want to be changed. Judy, you're right. It's not like you have to do it. It's more akin to, Brat, cooperation. Judy, you know what I mean when I say enjoyment. You are aware of how obligations children might pose at times. Thus, I believe the way we approached this was, we feel incredibly lucky and are grateful. I don't have to go change another diaper because of this. Like, it's time for new diapers. Even though it may seem insignificant, we strive to embrace every aspect of raising him, which makes it insane. Brat, we actually do, too. We genuinely do. Judy, you're right. Yesterday was the first time he had flipped over. Brat, in agreement. God, oh God. We also rejoice in everything. Judy, he repeated the action 3 times. That's why it matters greatly to us. You all shine when you discuss him. You guys also discuss postpartum depression and its after effects on the show. Jessica, I am aware that you have previously struggled with postpartum depression. I want to know if any of you have experienced any postpartum symptoms with True. Would you mind talking a little bit about what you went through with that? Judy, as her partner, I can assure you that I have given it my all and have made every effort to be all she needs in order for me to be able to support her and ensure that she never feels alone or unattractive. I never intended becoming pregnant, giving birth, or recuperating from those experiences to seem like a burden or anything of that like. I have therefore made a conscious effort to do that during the entire pregnant process, particularly following recuperation. Doing whatever I can is my goal. Therefore, we didn't have that experience here. Brat, exactly. Even now, I have no idea what that is. Because I'm fortunate enough to have her, I've never felt that way. I never felt isolated. The pediatrician gave me a questionnaire that asked, Do you want to harm you or your baby? What is how I feel? None of that has ever affected me. It's never made me feel down. I've just felt content. Nothing was ever dismal to me. I used to cry every single day just because I was so incredibly grateful to be holding this living thing that had just come out of my body, and for him to be healthy, and I'm happy that I have her, since I never experienced any of those things. She talks about running down the street with a knife to chase her baby daddy, and all that kind of stuff. I was thinking, what? Judy, to begin with, this woman had no morning sickness during her pregnancy. Brat, I've never had nausea. Judy, that's why it's so strange that we experienced a successful pregnancy later in life without any of the negative or unpleasant side effects. She was suffering from a mild case of carpal tunnel syndrome, accompanied by swelling hands and feet. However, aside from that, Brat, accurate, DRS. Jackie Walters and Opai Asamoto were two of the earlier doctors that may have scared me away from having children if I had listened to what they had to say. They said my age was too high. I would most certainly not be able to carry, they assured me. They informed me that I had high blood pressure and was high risk. We visited a few IVF centers, and each one was incredibly callous. They ask, where is your spouse? Who is your partner? Who's your partner? I'm holding your hand, bitch. My guy is her. It was something like, oh, you're too old. Oh, you're not going to be able to. Oh, she's going to have to carry. Furthermore, not one of those claims was true. Therefore, please don't give up if you're trying to conceive or if you dream of being a parent but you believe it's too late. Proceed. Continue to try. It is worthwhile. Judy, you're right. And locate the appropriate medical professionals. Don't just give up. Simply go seek another opinion. Your tale inspires and gives hope to a lot of people, especially LGBTQ individuals, especially because you two are Black women. Maternal mortality rates are known to be higher among Black mothers in particular. It's also crucial that you are able to convey this process to us on screen in addition to your love. How does that translate for you? To serve as that kind of role model for so many people, does that occur to you to consider? Brat, it means the world to hear and know that, even though we truly are just here to survive. The greatest feeling in the world is knowing that we can motivate millions of people to try again after they've given up because they can relate to our story and find hope in it. We truly enjoy bringing joy to individuals, bestowing blessings upon them, and gifting them things they might never see. It is the greatest thing in the world for us to be able to inspire them in that way. Since we weren't attempting to do that, we adore that. Just going about our lives, thankfulness, humility, and blessings, and continuing to give thanks to God for everything. We're not even attempting to inspire people, but we love that it does. The finest part is that that's what we want to continue doing. Our goal is to continue inspiring and providing hope to others. You guys have such a talent at verbally confirming one another. It is quite sweet that you all refer to one another as beautiful on a regular basis. How did you two come to nickname each other beautiful? When you both hear that, how does it feel? Brat, every single thing. It's all of it. I'm not sure. We weren't doing it too often at first, but I felt like I would walk in the room and open the door if I was feeling depressed or exhausted after work. She would be overjoyed if I said something like, hey, beautiful. I suppose the reason I loved it so much was because it spoke to her. I then begin to think to myself, hey, beautiful, as I view her. Because I felt so fantastic after doing it. As much as it made me feel fantastic, I wanted to give her that same feeling. And these days, we just do it constantly. It also feels wonderful. Even the little thing like that has the power to make someone's day better. It makes me smile. Even when she's busy, she might look up as I walk in and say something like, hey, beautiful, her whole face lighting up. I could be exhausted. It's really a wonderful sensation. I have no other words to express it. It simply lifts your spirits. Judy, what is your feeling about it? Judy, yes, she did tell me the tale of her time spent behind bars, and the woman who was inside with her. Brat, this was an elderly, heavyset, incredibly kind woman with short gray hair. Judy, so she added a R because every time she saw her, she would say, hey, you so bear Teufel. I was thrilled when she returned home, so when she told me that story, I made sure to tell her that every time I saw her. We then began saying it to one another. Then we add a R each time we utilize it. Hello, bear Teufel. That is so adorable. Judy, tell me how Brat's affection for you has changed. Judy, as a child, I had the good fortune to witness a fantastic love tale. I got to see my parents' love story, which was almost like a Disney film. I thus wanted to have her see that, but I never really had the opportunity to do so. I saw my dad adoring my mother excessively. I saw my mom's excessive love for my dad. I saw how my mother continued to treat my dad the same manner even after he became ill. He wasn't treated like he was ill by her. Since he was the primary provider, his attitude remained even when he wasn't. After watching everything, I started hearing I love you every day. Therefore, while I was dating, I didn't really get to witness all of those things that I had been taught as a child. And I was seeing that when I started dating her, However, it was merely an alternative rendition. She spends her entire day saying, "You need anything? Are you alright? Do you require anything? Are you alright?" She is simply that way. She is that way by nature, not just with me but with everyone. It is therefore very great to be able to see a Disney love story in our relationship, albeit one that is different and more intense than I had imagined. She has therefore redefined love for me in this way. That is really lovely. Brat, how about you? Judy, how has love been redefined for you? Judy, how come? You now need to go past that. Duh, Brat, geez, what a horror. My wife gave me the confidence to come out. Thus I believe she has redefined love for me. She showed me a kind of love beyond anything I've ever experienced, and it gave me the impression that she was the one, and I needed everyone to know how much I loved this woman. I will take her hand. I have no regard for anyone who disagrees with me or has anything to say. I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops. I've grown so much. I choose what I want to do. I do my own bill payment. I'm simply going for it, not caring what other people think. I had the guts to do that because of her, and a weight seemed to be lifted. It was an entirely distinct realm. It was simply more loving and had more color, and so many others accepted it. The number of those who supported it outnumbered those who opposed it. It simply gave me a really positive feeling. She inspires me to have an innovative and forward-thinking mindset. She also takes risks. She will stake everything, but I'm never one to take chances. And tomorrow will be bankrupt if it doesn't work. But, Judy, not at all, not at all. I swear to you that when I reach zero, guess what happens? You can count on me to have something else. I'll figure out how to get back. Duh, Brat. I can learn to be less afraid to take risks just by being in the presence of someone who doesn't hesitate to take risks. I basically take daily lessons from her. Additionally, she is simply a beautiful woman to be around. You're a pretty girl to look at, love, and be loved by. I really am the luckiest girl alive. She then gave me true as she still had some eggs. I got to hold him inside my womb. The process of getting to carry the love of my life's eggs in my womb and give birth to the child I love is truly beautiful. That is the best that it gets. She gives me everything, so even if I could ask for more, I wouldn't, since then I would feel ungrateful. Duh, Brat. Well, just looking at us, he will see what black love looks like. For him, we will always be the best role models. We are not fussy. If we do, we have no trouble moving past it. We reach a decision because it breaks our hearts to be angry with each other for an extended period of time. We will so simply strive to be the best representation of black love that we can be. We also have black love icons in our community, so we're going to surround him with the greatest. We're just going to surround him with the appropriate people to love him and teach him the proper way to be a courteous, respectable, honest, polite, God-fearing, and loves his mommy and his mama guy. His godparents are amazing black men.